Oh, the blue checks are at it again. This article is unreadable hate. This is truly the kind of razor-sharp analysis only $8 can provide, lol. Oh, inexpensive it may be at $8, the verity of authentication is unquestionable. One cannot discount the value of provocation to stir the dormant minds ensnared in the labyrinth of their own basement-dwelling existence. I'd willingly part with $200 knowing the cordage strikes. Now you just let Elon know that you're willing to pay $200 a month for a checkmark. By the way, selling verification literally devalued your so-called verity of authentication. So, thanks Elon. This was on an article talking about what our state did this week instead of tackling exorbitant property taxes. Reporting is apparently partisan when it demands accountability. Hello Redditors of the internet, Noble Xenon here, and welcome to r/IAmVerySmart part 31, only the most intellectual of individuals. Let's get started. So, this next one's dating profile states he values intelligence. Intelligence. I can name all of the presidents backwards. I can name all current U.S. Supreme Court justices, all retired and living U.S. Supreme Court justices, plus a good number of U.S. Supreme Court justices from history. I can name all of the Super Bowl winners backwards. I can name all of the British prime ministers from World War II to today. I watch Jeopardy, Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, Chase, Split Second, and Tug of Words. I am a knowledge/information sponge. You know, memorization isn't all there is to intelligence, but at least I think you'd be pretty good at trivia. Maybe you should sign up for one of those game shows. And now for this next one, I guess if you joke about books you obviously don't read. OP sending something to their sister found an excellent summary of War and Peace, so I don't have to read it now. War and Peace, everyone is sad, it snows, and the grapes of wrath. Farming sucks. Road trip sucks. I mean, yeah, obviously just some jokey oversimplifications. That's not even close, I don't think they read the book. Fine, almost everyone is sad. And it's Russia, of course it snows, but then of course the intellectual just had to step in. The reason classics remain classics through the years, and are read by intelligent people all over the world, is that there is quite a bit more in them than just what is above. But you don't have to read them, you can go shopping instead. Yeah, that's the joke. I'm also not sure when you were invited to this conversation. We go back to Twitter for this next one. Cute Japanese girl, thanks for the likes, please follow me. And the intellectual replies, it is not enough only to be cute. I want to read intellectually stimulating posts when I'm on Twitter with important messages and so forth. Only the most highly intellectual topics. Good luck getting that on Twitter. But honestly, I feel like this one is satire. Though for this next one, watch out, we got the next Albert Einstein over here. Love is like a cigarette. It's fun at first, but eventually it ends you. I'm 13 and this is deep. Okay kid, I'm 16 and I don't feel it's deep, laughing emoji. Right now, quantum mechanics and string theory are deep for me, another laughing emoji. I mean, nowadays when people say I'm 13 and this is deep, they're probably saying it ironically. Though for the so-called intellectual, I hope this kid learns that saying stuff like this is pretty cringe. This next one was commented on a clip of Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. I believe the contestant in question is John Carpenter. I know that the average American is very uneducated and pretty stupid, but these $250,000 and $500,000 questions would be below 1,000 in the UK. Oh, so smart commenting this under a video of a dude who literally won the million. The dude knows his stuff. By the way, John Carpenter won the million in the most epic way possible. You should watch the clip if you haven't already. And now here is a resume from an intellectual for construction. It says this person graduated high school in the top 25% of the graduating class, and got a BS in mechanical engineering with a minor in physics. Lists a bunch of skills and traits, including some expired certifications for some reason, but the About Me section truly reveals the intelligence of this person. About me. I have a measured IQ of 139. I really don't mean to brag about it, but it means 99.5% of people aren't going to bring my level of thinking to the job. and I love to solve problems. I believe there's always room for improvement, and I always strive to do so. There is no difference in my work ethic. I strive to improve at my job, the work culture, and overall safety and efficiency. In a nutshell, I am focused, persistent, and dutiful. My hobbies and interests include home improvement, gaming, guitar, Philadelphia Eagles/Flyers, and scouting, among various many other things that I wish I had time for. Why I'm applying? I want to solve multifaceted problems and make a positive impact for those around me. Furthermore, I want to help others be successful so that we can all benefit together. I'm very good at organizing chaos and then streamlining it for efficiency. Work isn't work when it's fun. Okay, but I feel like a lot of this is better said at the interview and not written down in massive paragraphs on the resume. Except for the IQ. Don't even bother with the IQ in the resume or the interview or anywhere. Why I left. The status quo in the workplace was to cut corners to get things done, and no news is good news. The work culture was focused on hiding problems rather than fixing them, which put safety at risk. I refused to accept that standard, so after several years of trying to correct the culture, I quit. Again, not sure why you would include this on a resume. Hey, if you're enjoying this video, then why not like, subscribe, and hit the little notification bell? Why you should hire me? No, it's not just my IQ. Throughout my life, I'd been a leader in nearly every peer group in which I've participated. Whether it be school, band, sports, scouting, or work, I've been a leader formally or informally to those who know me best. What I need to stress here is that these leadership roles were not because I campaigned for them or because I wanted to add them to my accolades. These roles were provided to me by my peers. I can't speak to the reasons why my peers specifically chose me to lead, but I would surmise it was because they trusted in my capabilities, and through our interactions I would earn their respect. As a result of these experiences, I'm a very committed person when it comes to achieving success for a group, leading them or not. I believe my peers respect me because they know I respect and work hard for them. With that having been said, I know the only real problem you might have with hiring me is that you just don't know me yet. So why not set up an interview with a highly intelligent, dutifully minded Eagle Scout right now? Sounds like this person really tried to combine a resume and a cover letter, and it just isn't working. Oh, and we have a Reddit user who flaunts his intelligence and superiority in his bio. Of course it had to be a Redditor. I'm a software developer and a PhD in physics. I'm here primarily for fun and knowledge. One thing to know about me is that I'm nice, only with nice and smart people. So if you're not nice and you're not smart, get ready to see my mean side. Given that lots of stupid people are out there, I'm not generally a nice person. There it is. I don't have the will to win people around unless they're valuable and have contributed to this world positively. If you're not one of those, I very likely won't have the will to play it nice with you unless you play it very nice with me. But I thought playing nice with you wasn't enough. I thought you had to be an intellectual too. And this one is posted by an account called Young Kings. Young Kings, there's a price to pay for being a winner. At the highest echelon of brilliance, you can only be friends with two kinds of people. 1. Other brilliant men, very rare. And 2. Those humble enough to learn as you teach. Anyone else will turn on you sooner or later. You see, I'm a young king. You can't see my crown because it's literally inside my brain. Okay, for this next one, brace yourselves for an absolutely unhinged individual. First posts this on Facebook. A child just rang my doorbell. Folks, you do not ring doorbells in 2023. My 6 was loaded. Keep your kids away. Chris. And the reply, so you're willing to shoot someone just because they rang your doorbell? Stand your ground isn't meant for that, and the way you're nearly threatening anyone, specifically kids, is disgusting and why some people shouldn't have weapons. And dude just replies, I'm not messing around. And some of you may be thinking, what does that have to do with r/IamVerySmart? It sounds more like r/IamVeryBadass. Oh, you'll see, because the dude tried to turn it around in the most insane way possible. He now claims it's all a part of his genius game of 4D chess when he comments this. Folks, I will say this one more time. There was never a doorbell event. There was never a kitten. It was a well-orchestrated marketing stunt. Trolls took the bait as predicted and helped me send iWeatherNet viral worldwide. I have been doing digital marketing and SEO for 2 decades. There is a reason that I have 3 degrees. Smart. Oh, of course, so intelligent. If you took the bait like WFAA Dallas, you might be stupid. It's time to move on. Yes, it was all just la epic troll. All of this was just for exposure. Except you now look like an unhinged a-hole. So how did that work out for you, buddy? Oh, we go to Discord for this next one, how lovely. If I finish the current book I'm reading, I can stop for a couple weeks, as I think 999 books read will be a good place to end the year. How many books read? I read super fast, laughing emoji, and being disabled I spent most of my day reading. It's still so impressive. I still need a best 2020, I read 2,500. Do you annotate or take notes? I feel like at those numbers I'd forget what I read easily. I have a near perfect memory for details of books. Oh wow! It's why I'm finding the degree I started this year super easy. I'm currently doing a law degree. I read something and I remember it. Well, I remember it once I understand it, of course. Yeah, lots of reading for law, good skill to have for such a degree. For example, on Reading Speed, Legends and Lattes, I read that book in an hour. Am I reading this wrong? 7 books a day? Most in one day was actually 12. I read 850 words a minute though, so I can fly through books when I'm enjoying them. Yeah, for some reason I really doubt you read that many books in a year. That sounds like a lot, even for the fastest readers out there. Also, I don't know what some people's obsession is with quantity of books read. I feel like getting enjoyment and information out of books is a lot more important, but that's just me. And for this next one, okay, Einstein, she is the kind of person whom if I explain the matter/energy equivalency proof, she would be like, just a blank stare. By the way, he was talking about an OF Twitter account, and for this next one, actually, I'm just kinda a genius, I guess. POV, kanji are hard, but there are some that I could understand. Commenter says, I literally learned Japanese just from anime. It's really easy to learn if you listen to it. I'm just kinda a genius, I guess. And the dude got 25 downvotes. Oh, Redditors just don't understand true genius. And now imagine going through your life thinking this. Oh, and of course it's gotta be Quora. Why do intelligent people withdraw from society? Everyone is probably going to hate this answer, but unfortunately it's just the truth and someone asked, so I'm answering and it's really not my fault or my problem if you don't like it. I don't make the rules, I just know what they are. Scientists estimate that goldfish have an IQ somewhere between 30 and 40 points. The average human has an IQ of 100, which means that the average human has a 60 to 70 points higher IQ than a goldfish. Now think of someone who has an IQ of 160 to 170, that's also 60 to 70 points higher. So for them, talking to an average human with an IQ of 100 is like an average human talking to a goldfish. Tell me, do you find talking to goldfish particularly enlightening or fascinating? Are you able to have a deep mind-to-mind, meaningful and thought-provoking connection to a goldfish? Well, that's kind of how we feel being surrounded by average humans, like we're dealing with a bunch of goldfish. It's mind-numbing. There's only so much we can take of dealing with goldfish and their goldfish problems before we're just done and want to be left alone. It's really that simple. First of all, not how IQ works, and second, humans with 100 IQ are capable of speech while goldfish are not, so they are absolutely not the same. And this dude made an edit longer than the original post. Here we go. Edit. So far, all any of you have done in commenting is illustrate my point more perfectly than I ever could have. You don't like what you hear, the truth hurts your feelings, it offends you, so you whine and complain as if that changes anything. Someone asked a question, I answered it with honesty, and you're offended. I'm going to paraphrase an answer I gave to a similar question because it's relevant to this answer as well. The truth is, the vast majority of highly intelligent people care deeply about the future of humanity and the value of human life. We all start out caring deeply and trying to help humanity. Humanity continually demands solutions to the societal ills plaguing it, but when people hear the truth that the only real solution involves everyone changing their bad behavior, bad practices, dumb decisions, attitudes, erroneous beliefs, and that you need to get off your asses and do your part, you all get offended, whine, and complain. Eventually, the smart people all come to the same conclusion. When you say you want solutions to your societal problems, what you really mean is you want someone smart to magically change the consequences so you can keep practicing the bad behaviors that created the problems in the first place, without experiencing the unpleasant logical side effects. You want to have your cake and eat it too. We're smart, we're not magical, we don't write the laws governing reality or cause and effect. You can't lay the problems created by the majority at the feet of the minority and demand we just fix it for you without you pitching in. The hypocrisy and sheer stupidity of it all becomes more than we can stand, and the endless frustration of people demanding solutions and then getting offended by the solutions drives us away. Hence, why smart people retreat from society. There's the answer to the question that was asked, spoken plainly and bluntly. I don't care if the truth offends you or you can't handle it. Again, I didn't create this truth, I just know what it is. Being offended by a truth doesn't change the truth. In this particular case, the truth won't change unless people change, which most are very loath to do. People reading this right now will have one of three reactions. A few of you will be nodding in agreement, the smart individuals. A few of you will disagree and believe there's still hope to fix the world, and the rest of you will simply be offended by the truth. If you're feeling offended right now, you're part of the problem, but please by all means continue whining about how offended you are in the comments. I'm not sure who these people are that you say are expecting you to fix society's problems, but it really does sound more like you're frustrated that you struggle to communicate with the average person. And now for this next one, get a load of Mr. Computer Brain over here. I personally think watching a game streamer is foolish, but to each their own. Entertainment is subjective. Sure, it is subjective. Anyone can be entertained in any way they like. But then this person goes on to say, whenever I try to comprehend the fractal abstractions of watching a person concealed by a fake personality and fake character overplay a video game to appease an unceasing waterfall of sentence fragments and emoji, my brain just reboots. Damn, what OS is your brain running, my dude? And now for this next one, it's actually you are. Wow, you're an amazing artist, keep it up. Actually, it should be you are an amazing artist. Are you dumb? They mean the same thing. Have you never heard of contractions? I was not born yesterday. Obviously, I'm aware of the existence of contractions. However, I choose not to use them and you should do the same. But why? They are literally using correct English grammar. It's not like you're correcting a mistake. A person whose speech is fraught with contractions is akin to a drunkard slurring his speech. For some reason, I am the only one who appreciates the beauty of the English language enough to enunciate it to its fullest extent. Also, by abstaining from contractions and speaking clearly and thoughtfully, my rate of speech becomes slower, hopefully slow enough for the average individual to keep up with me. You say you appreciate the beauty of the English language, but by not using contractions, you are literally disregarding a part of the English language. This next one is a genius and a gentleman, or should I say a white knight. I'm not gonna lie, this might legitimately be the hottest thing I've ever seen. Whoa. And the reply, your sort of biased comment is best for the hub or that sort of so-called social platform. You disrespect the art form by objectifying the female involved. What if you merely listened to this performance without the visual? This would create a more appropriate, realistic reaction from anyone who tends to primitively merely listen with their eyes. Please do be informed that you are inappropriate to sophisticated people who intuitively understand what everyone else already knows what I am saying, without having to be so directly instructed. Never fear, milady, I am here to save you. In the YouTube comment sections. What, you were expecting me to actually save you? I haven't touched grass in 15 years! And now for this next one, wonder why he's still looking at 45. By the way, there's no shame in still looking at 45. You'll see the real problem in a moment. Looking for, still figuring it out. I'm a professional nuclear engineer. What is there more to say? 6 foot plus 6 figures, 260 with 34-inch waist. Am I checking all the boxes? I do not care what you are. I don't care what you make. Men don't see any of it anyway. I want a real woman. Another reason I'm here. I want to know how many likes I get, given I'm less than 0.5% of the population in this country. But my money, my profession, my intelligence, my IQ. Why doesn't anyone want me? And now the OP went to high school with this person. He also says he plans to run for president. He also isn't joking. Well, now I know who I'm not voting for. I live my life 500 miles at a time, no more, no less. I'm focused on my destination and think about the future. I'm a really complex and interesting person. Only 500 miles? How about you try 500 more? And now this guy just had to flex his linguistics knowledge on a joke comment. As a native Arabic speaker, I understood about 0% of their conversation. Oh, why would you? Their language is Indo-European and Arabic is Afro-Asiatic. They have nothing in common possibly apart from the odd cognate loanword. My dude completely missed the joke on this one. And now some kids did a cool bottle flip and this guy thinks he's amazing. Why they screaming like they have pronouns? My dude, pretty sure everyone has pronouns, but okay. What have you ever done in your life worth screaming about? Peter, my friend, I've achieved a lot but won't go into detail, but even then I don't scream. I win in silence. I don't react because all of my wins are planned, executed, and expected. Thanks for your concern anyway. This person thinks they're just winning all the time. They just stay winning. And for this last one, it's on a video about a ghost haunting. This habit of wanting to have fun in front of and with things that are supposed to scare people is just a disease of our society. Oh, here we go. Unfortunately, far too many of you like to watch horror films that alone summon spirits, but unfortunately no good ones. I don't watch horror movies. I know what horror is. I don't have to watch it. I'm intelligent. I don't want a ghost like that to appear on me just because I'm too stupid to understand that you can just call everything but also shoo it away. It just depends on how you deal with them. Then they're nice to you too. But if you just want something to experience, you'd better go to the circus. It can't scare you as much as the reality that we don't even begin to notice in the world we live in. Since you have forgotten how to see everything around us, you don't know what is there. What you only believe you have seen, but only for those who can see it, who don't just want to see it confess. All the other stupid ones know. First understand what a wonderful earth we live on, maybe then you will be granted the view of these things that are a mystery, but only because we have forgotten who we really are. And so we live a lie every day they tell our children and teach others stupidity that is more of a lie than just telling the truth. Oh, this world is just all a lie. Just why? Anyway, I'd like to thank all of my patrons, especially Amethyst, Phoenix, Cranjus, McBisketbull, Dark Garden, Catalan Cormendi, Mike Hawk, Hold Up, Nightcrawler, Stormcloud the Wolf, Vicmeister1999, and Zoe Horsham. Feel free to join in the link below, and if you enjoyed this video, like, subscribe, and hit the little notification bell, and if you have something interesting to say, feel free to comment.